Jedi news, and he writes for the magazine Star Wars Insider. Hello, Mark.
Good evening, Tony.
And Richard Walker's here as well, founder of the Norwich District Star Wars Club, which is the greatest club name I think I've ever heard. Hello, Richard.
Hello there.
Boys.
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Richard.
Boys, how exciting was that to have Kenny Baker, a real-life Star Wars legend, on the programme, by the way?
He's a legend, like you say. He's
Thank
a
you
proper
very
legend.
much. Yes, thought so.
Yeah.
Right, Mark, first of all, how excited are you about this deal? Disney have bought Lucasfilm. They're going to put out a new Star Wars film, number 7, in 2015, followed by 8, 9, and who knows how many more.
Well, stupidly excited. It's what we've all been waiting for. Well, I mean, the last film came out in 2005, so we've always wanted more stuff since then. They've done a TV series since then, but I think what all the old school fans like myself and Richard have wanted is sequels.
Yeah.
You know, sequels to Return of the Jedi, which Kenny just mentioned that he apparently didn't make any money on. But this is monumentous news, and not just the fact that we're getting new Star Wars films and possibly new TV shows as well, but the fact that Disney has bought Lucasfilm for $4.5 billion. It's blown me away today. It really has. I mean, we knew something was coming, but we didn't know it was going to be quite as big as this.
Taking a dispassionate look at it, Richard Walker, haven't the films become rubbish?
I don't think they're as good as the first 3, Star Wars, Empire and the Jedi. I don't like a lot of this fat blue screen business, you know. The first 3, I love them. But the second 3, they're good. They got a good story and everything, and everything has led on from on and on. We're now waiting for the 6th one to come out, and 7 and 8, and hopefully more after that. All the fans around the world are just waiting for another movie to come out.
Yeah, Richard, do you tend to lean towards the early films, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I could tell that. That's your era. You're having none of this Jar Jar Binks stuff, are you?
All these new, the last 3,
Yeah.
you know, they're bringing the figures out, and they brought Darth Vader out about 40 or 50 times just on a recard, this, that, and the other. You know, they're running out of figures now and toys to produce.
Yeah.
They've got to bring another movie out, Disney they'll make millions.
That's interesting, Mark Newbold. That point of view that really these new films are there just to keep the toys in
the money machine.
Yeah. Mark Newbold, do you agree with that?
No, not really. I think, Star Wars. Lucas came up with Star Wars back in '73. He released the first one in '77. There's been times us old fans refer to it as the dark times when there was no Star Wars at all, really. And the only thing that really kicked off back then was back in 1987. Lucasfilm and Disney released something called Star Tours, which was the ride at Disney. So there's been a long relationship between the two companies anyway. Pixar that Disney bought rather a couple of years ago that make Toy Story and all those.
But
films.
Mark, surely there's one argument to say let the franchise rest in peace rather than inflict another Revenge of the Sith on everybody.
Well, Revenge of the Sith was very well received by people and made $850 million worldwide. So I don't see why people would want to let that rest. It's never going to. It's bigger than ever. It's the biggest boys' toy worldwide still, and there hasn't been a film for 7 years. So the fact that there's more stuff coming, there's a lot of haters, and I don't really see the point in being down on it. It's something that people want.
There's always debate over who should be the next James Bond. Who should be the next big star of the Star Wars franchise? Do you think? Who'd look good with one of these?
I think you'd be all right, Tony.
I think I would be all right. Thank you very much, Mark.
You've made his night.
And I didn't prompt him to say, I think I would be all right. I've got kind of that stature, that gravitas. And I can grow a mean beard. Mark, thank you very much. I shall be in touch with George Lucas.